We're back in room 101.
I've no idea whether that's recording or not.
Someone started recording, it says, so one can only assume we're live.
And you're on, Rachel.
Thank you. I'll Figure It Out, pilot, written by Ramona Robinson. Interior, Ramona's bedroom, morning. The camera fades in. The bedroom is painted pink and she has mindless behaviour posters, her personal drawings and pictures of her family and friends all over her walls. We close in on the bed and Ramona Robinson is asleep on her side. Her alarm clock goes off, signalling it's time to wake up and get ready for the day. Ramona finally awakes.
So I guess it's that time. Time for me to begin the next chapter of my journey.
Ramona hops out of bed, opens her closet to show off her first day of school outfit. She gets up and begins walking to the bathroom, interior bathroom.
Today is the first day of high school, the first day of the rest of my life. I'm talking about drinking, maybe a little smoking, and a whole lot of sex. Yeah, I've been watching a whole lot of Euphoria.
Ramona hops in the shower, then begins doing her morning routine, brushing her teeth, washing her face, and then she begins doing her hair. Finally, she's dressed. Interior, Ramona's bedroom. Ramona walks back to her bedroom to retrieve her belongings for school.
See, me plan these next 4 years is simple. I plan to become the baddest bitch on planet Earth. I'm not taking no shit. See, I've been on some reserved shit up until now. You know, playing shit cool, letting annoying shit slide. No more. I'm about to be the demon time. It's time for me to start handling my business.
Kids, you're going to be late. Let's get a move on.
Interior, foyer of the house. Ramona begins walking downstairs.
See, I live here at home with my dad, sister, and brother. My mum is indisposed. She's not dead, she just isn't around at the moment. Let's just leave it at that.
Interior dining room. Ramona finally downstairs is startled by a loud noise. Her father, Jared, pops a bottle of non-alcoholic champagne whilst her younger brother, Ray, is eating cereal at the dining room table.
Surprise! Congratulations, baby girl. Can't believe it. My little girl is finally a high schooler. Oh, I remember when you were first born. I asked you to smile, you did. It takes a while to actually meet you, though. You took forever to exit your mum's birth canal.
Dad, please.
No, honestly, it was fascinating. For a minute there, the doctors thought you were stuck. It was like you started to come out and then you just stopped. And then your mum started pushing, but the doctors were afraid she'll kill you, so she had to stop.
Excuse me.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
that's my formatting.
Yeah. Excuse my dad, guys. He's a bit inappropriate. It's all love, though.
As Jared continues telling this uncomfortable story when his phone rings, he takes the call into the living room. Ramona's sister, Raina, Ray's twin sister, walks in.
What's going on here?
Dad's talking about how Ramona almost died when Mum was giving birth to her. It's quite poetic, actually.
Shut up, Ray.
A bright light like mine can never be dimmed. That being said, you shut up, stupid.
Ray looks up from eating his cereal. He has a milk mustache. Ramona flips the bird at him.
Meet Ray and Raina, my brother and sister. They're twins. Ray, as I'm sure you can see, is an idiot. And Raina.
Oh, Ramona, I forgot to tell you I accidentally dropped your toothbrush in the toilet. Don't forget that for later.
Is a bitch.
Ramona begins making a bowl of cereal, then takes a seat at the dining table. All three kids are now sitting at the table when Jared slides into the empty seat next to Ramona. Jared is staring in awe at Ramona and begins playing with her hair.
Dad, what's going on? You good?
Oh, I'm good, sweetheart. I just can't believe how big you're getting. First, it's your first day of high school, and it's going to be the first day of college, and I'm going to be walking you down the aisle at your wedding.
Forget it, Dad. There's going to be a whole lot of memories the two of you are going to make.
Oh, okay. It just, I just want you to know that I'm always here for you.
Oh, thanks, Dad.
And no matter what, you can tell me anything.
Thanks, Dad.
Like if you decide to start having sex, you can absolutely tell me about it.
All three kids at the table drop their spoons and look at their father simultaneously.
Is this man out of his mind? Is he really trying to have the sex talk with me at the table? I'm eating frosted flakes. Dad, are you trying to have the sex talk with me at the dining table during breakfast?
Sorry, formatting. Well, I've been thinking about it for a while, Love Muffin, and now you're beginning this new journey. I think it's important that you be safe. And I don't want anything bad to happen to you.
He's sweet, but he's doing a lot right now. I'm just trying to eat my frosted flakes. I ain't got time for this bullshit. Dad, I understand what you're trying to do, but please, not now. Please.
Please spare us all the details of learning about Ramona's sad, non-existent sex life.
Why it got to be sad and non-existent? Damn girl.
Yo, where the food at? Brandy, 15, enters the house. Ramona's best friend since they were 5 years old. Jared and Raina look stunned, wondering how she entered the house, but Ramona and Ray are excited.
That's Brandy. She spells it with an I, not a Y. Trust me, it matters. Me and Brandy been knowing each other since the sandbox days. We go way back. There is nothing I won't do for this girl. She's got my whole heart. BFF, what's popping? You're looking good.
Ramona stands to greet Brandy. Thank you, bestie. And damn, this hair is laid. Oh, this fit is cute. And the body is bedoing. Brandy and Ramona began dancing and singing Meg the Stallion's Body. Ray loves it and chimes in while Jared and Raina stare in disgust.
That's a tad bit inappropriate, girls.
Yeah, don't nobody want to hear that noise so early in the morning. And how you just walk up in our house without knocking. You so rude.
Didn't nobody just come in unannounced? Ramona gave me a key.
What? No, everybody just calm down. When Brandy and I get married, she'll be here all the time. It's no big deal.
Everyone stunned stops and stares at Ray.
You honestly think you and Brandy are going to get married?
And in said fantasy, you think the two of you are going to be living here?
Okay, look, let's reel this in here. Brandy, let's hold on tight to that key, please. Ramona, give me a little heads up next time you decide to give one of your friends a key to our home. Ray, you and your sister's best friend are not getting married, nor will the two of you be living here when that time comes. And Raina, please open up your heart. Let some sunshine in there. She's the definition of cold-hearted. You need to do some yoga.
Always be you hungry.
Girl, you know I can always eat.
Cool. Let me get you a bowl.
Oh, don't even trip. Brandy grabs Ramona's bowl and begins eating. Ramona begins to say something, stops, then proceeds to get up from the table and begins cleaning up in the kitchen. Jared follows behind her and begins making coffee. As she is doing this, Ray slides over so he's sitting directly across from Brandy now. Brandy, eating her cereal, looks up when she sees Ray staring at her. Once again, he has a milk mustache. Can I help you?
I'm just observing your beautiful features. I wonder if our daughter, Rady, will have your beautiful eyes or your nose, maybe your sexy pointy ears.
Who the hell is Rady?
Our daughter or son. We'll let them decide when the time comes.
Brandy slides the bowl back on the table, then jumps up. Yo, Mo, you ready to go?
Yeah, give me a second.
You're not leaving already. Just go ahead. I'm not sold on Rady. We can come up with names together as one, as a team.
Mo, girl, where you at? I'm ready to go.
Almost done. Just hold on.
Ray, you're really a fool. In what world do you look a baby in the eyes and name them Rady?
Look, for your information, it's a combination of Brandy and I's names. And would you call Will and Jada fools? Because I don't think it was foolish when they named their son and daughter Willow and Jaden.
all the celebrity couples out there, and you aspire to be like Will and Jada?
Love is love, twin. Love is love.
I should have absorbed your ass in the womb.
Jared walks back into the dining room. He overhears what Raina said. Ramona follows behind him.
Raina, how many times have I told you you're not allowed to say you wish you ate your brother in the womb? It's not nice, and you're going to give him a complex.
I have to be honest with my feelings. That's the only way I know how to live.
Apologise now.
Raina turns to Ray and stares at him with a blank expression.
Sorry.
Say it like you mean it, please.
Raina, still staring at Ray with a blank expression, cracks a weird smile.
I'm sorry.
That's the best we're going to do. All right, kids, if you want to ride to school, let's get a move on it.
All four kids grab their backpacks and make their way to Jared's car. Raina and Ray walk behind Jared to his truck. Ramona notices Brandy's car parked on the street and makes her way over there. Exterior outside of the Robinson family home.
Oh, shit, Brandy. Your mum's let you borrow the car.
Not so much borrowed as I took the keys from her purse while she was sleeping. She don't know I'm gone.
Damn, Brandy. What if she's gonna go somewhere?
Oh, we're going to be fine, trust me. My mum works nights now and she sleeps all day. As long as I'm home before she wakes up, she's not going to know a thing.
See? Sorry, it's the way my television's broken. See, Brandy has a luxury most kids would kill for, to be invisible to their parents. Brandy's the youngest of 6, and her parents had her when they were deep into their 40s. They're too tired to explain her. So she moved how she want to move.
Ramona and Brandy get into the car. The girls begin hooking up the Bluetooth. Jared then backs out of the driveway and rolls down his window.
Hey, girls, are you sure you guys should be driving to school by yourselves? I mean, there's still 2 more seats in the Litmobile.
No one calls it that, Dad.
Dad, it's going to be okay. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, Mr. R, I got my license. It'll be all good.
Okay, just be safe and text him when you're at school. And make sure you follow the speed limit. Don't blast music too loud. Keep your seatbelts on and always keep your eyes on the road.
While Jared is talking, the girls put their seatbelts on, and before Jared can finish his sentence, Brandy speeds off.
Was it me, or were they going kind of fast?
Yes, Dad, they were going extremely fast.
I think that's the end.
I missed the end. Okay, guys. Hi, Ian. Nice
Hi, sorry about that.
Hello, Ian.
No, no worries.
Hello.
You're here.
Hello, Ian.
Thoughts?
I think I'm guessing. I'm not quite sure where the story's going to go yet, from what I've read. And I think some of that I think you could give some clarity to that by cutting down on some of those lines and some of that direction. I don't think you need all of it, particularly some of the direction, because you can leave that to the director and the actor for some of it. Definitely sort out the formatting, just because it's not quite formatted for a script. And I know, Angela, you'll say more about that. because you're much more of an expert on that than me. But yeah, I think if it's going to be a coming of age sort of, maybe a bit of a comedy story about some friends, that could work well. And I think the to-camera sort of stuff could work well. I like Ramona's character. I just think it needs a bit of a tidy up, perhaps a bit of a think, maybe a few more reads from actors if you can, to hear it out loud and to, I don't know, just to hone in on it a bit more really, and make sure that the story you want to come across is coming across.
I think
That's it for me.
they should note at the beginning of the script where they are and when it is. I mean, we had to wait till pretty much 3/4 of the way through that to realise they were in America.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
we were definitely the wrong people to read it.
Yes, you think?
Yeah, I think we're a shade too white.
I think the things that I like you, Rachel. I like Ramona. Actually, some of the dialogue is really nice, and it reads quite well. I think the format is terrible. I'm not going to beat around the bush. It is not the right format. It's not in the right font. even.
No.
And just so that you know, Ramona Robinson, who has written this, thank you for sending it to us. There's a reason why things are in the format they are for film scripts, and why they're in the font so that they are even. It's so that you can keep an eye on the time, 1 minute a page. You know how long your piece is then. And at the very start, the note I've written there is character description. How old is she? How old is she? Because she talked about high school, but starting high school in the UK, if you start high school, you start at 11. Now I'm guessing if they're driving, they're 16 at
15.
least. 15, 16.
Yeah.
So those are the things you need to tell us about, really.
I think yeah, formatting pretty bad. I like the colloquialism or the colloquial nature of the conversation. It feels like it could be natural. I have a concern, however. I have a concern, and obviously this is going to be somewhat autobiographical. And that's a guess, and I think that's an educated guess. So I wonder how Ramona, the writer, will feel about the actors butchering these characters that she probably knows in real life. And I would wonder, you know, that could be a long old process of trying to find the people that remind you of the people that you've got in your mind, because this is written quite clearly about her as opposed to completely fictional characters. So yeah, that I'd be interested to see how she approaches that.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Yeah. Ian, you came in at the last.
Yeah, I did read it, though, and I agree with most of what being said. I just didn't know if it was different enough. I felt very familiar scenarios, and I think I read in the first page it's a pilot, so one would assume this is supposed to grab attention from the beginning, and it doesn't really excite me in that way that it's something different enough to go on with, you know, more and more of the same. So I would like to have seen something a bit more different in this opening episode, if you like, or the opening few pages that, you know, made it different to show us what's going to come.
I wonder if I can chime in there, Ian, and pose this to you. Are we perhaps the wrong demographic to get this?
No, I fully get that. I understand that. Yeah, for sure.
So, you know, I feel how you feel, like, oh, this is just another sitcom, but it may appeal to, you know, high school ages, young 20-somethings who are just like, yeah, I don't want to read more of this. So I wonder how it would appeal to them.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's sorry, if I go ahead, Rich.
No, carry on.
No, I was just going to say I don't see a different enough story. There's a lot of sitcoms that, regardless of demographic, have this kind of family set up, you know, brother, sister kind of wrangling, best friend comes in, you know, she's a bit strange or a bit weird and a bit, you know, funky or whatever. That happens a lot. You know, I don't see enough of a difference.
I think it's very difficult because we don't know anything about the writer either. We don't know whether this writer is a youngish person or a middle-aged person or an elderly woman like me. And so it's very difficult to judge from that point of view. We might be being a little harsh. I think you're right, of course. There are lots of sitcoms, particularly, that have the family component, and that do this banter back and forward. But having said that, there's a reason why there's a lot of them. And that's because they're popular. People like them. People like relating to those characters and their own family scenario. So, yeah, I don't have a problem with that, really. I think the dialogue comes over really well, and I like the way that it's colloquial, and, you know, but that didn't kick in really till halfway through either. So I think we were led down the path of, oh, this is fairly straightforward, and then suddenly in comes the friend, and suddenly it all gets a little bit, you know, street, let's say, and
yeah, boy.
Yeah, and maybe we're not, we're not doing it a service by being the right people. Anyway, anything else? We good?
Did it grab people enough, any of the other actors here, to want to know where it goes? At the moment, for me, it was no.
No, I can't say I wasn't bothered. I'm sorry.
So
I was intrigued by Ramona, and I liked the character, and I liked her and Brandy's relationship, and I'd be intrigued to see where that went. But I don't know about the story as a whole right now, because I'm still not 100% clear on if what's going to be happening, what the turmoil is going to be, or is it, as Ian says, going to be about this family and just their dynamic?
See, this is where we find out that what page did we get to? We got to page 11.
Page 10, 11.
Yeah, this is where we find out page 12, aliens attack, and Ramona and her friend end up saving the world. It's like, start there.
Yeah, and Will and Jaden live next door to.
I mean, maybe that's the thing. Maybe it's just, and I know this as a writer, you sometimes feel like you've got this whole backstory and you have to start explaining that backstory before you can get to the story. So I feel like what's happened is she set up the family, but maybe without thinking that actually you can just dive straight into the story and set the family up, but going backwards, referencing them backwards and plugging them in a bit later. But maybe that comes with some experience, I would like to know what's going to happen to these characters, but that's just me being, I'd like to see how it pans out. But it's not me saying I think it's, I'd like to see as a complete outsider saying, yeah, I'm really intrigued by this. It's wonderful.
No, I mean, I did like Ramona's character, but
yeah,
there was nothing in the thing that made me want to really read more of it.
Yeah, so we need to get invested in a character really early, really quick. I think.
And did you notice how we all jumped to your defense when you said you're an old woman? We all jumped in there.
Okay, I think we'll call that a day on that one. I hope it's been helpful.